Hello. You want to be on YouTube? I mean, they were being stupid. We were just... Well, good morning. Come out for a walk. You joined me about 2 miles in. You know why? You'll think it's silly, but it was snowing like mad and I was just enjoying walking. Yeah, and I actually forgot I had the camera with me. Well, I didn't really forget I had a camera, but I sort of like forgot to film. It was just coming down really heavy. I know there's not much about as such, but it was coming down really heavy. And I've been walking for 2 miles and I just got to there and I thought, turn your camera on, George. Anyway, we come around this corner and there's a gate, if I remember rightly. I'm sure there's a gate, and then it cuts onto a main road. So I'll bring you back when we're a bit further away from the main road because well, it'll only be noisy and there's not much to see around here anyhow. Ah, there is a gate. I thought there was. Years since I was down here though. Right, this is one of my regular runs actually. Apart from that first bit, I've come a different way, but I end up coming round the opposite way round, and I run down here. And I used to cut in and run round there, zigzag across the middle, run to the end and get out. However, they've locked all the gates at the end. Now yeah, you could climb over quite easily, but I'm too bloody old to be climbing fences at my age. But yeah, it was a nice little spot to zigzag because there was never anybody about. Well, the snow's coming down again, but only a tiny little bit this time. Like I said, it was coming down. Obviously it hadn't settled, but it was coming down really heavy. Big flakes. Right, and I thought, oh, I'll get out. Right, because we don't get a lot of snow this side of the country in England. But I thought, yeah, I'll get out, go for a walk. I was even thinking about going for a run, but I thought, yeah, I'll just go for a walk. But yeah, it was coming down so heavy, I was really enjoying it. And for the first 2 miles, I was in a wild meal. Anyway, what are you looking at over there? I'll tell you what, I'll tell you more when we get a bit closer off this road. But yeah, there's your KC Stadium. You'll get a closer view soon because we actually walk right along it and round it. Wonder if the shortcut's open today, and I've got a funny story about the shortcut for you. That's hilarious. Right, you'll see what I mean when I get there, but it's hilarious. Right, crazy people, right, who run the KC Stadium come up with the most ridiculous excuse for terrorism and the most stupidest way of fighting it. I'll tell you more when we get a bit up there. Yeah, anyway, KC Stadium, home to Hull City and Hull FC rugby. You see, I like rugby. I'm a rugby man, you see. Used to play rugby back in that day. Never liked football. Just, I mean, I don't get it. I actually don't get football. Because unfortunately, now we're not talking small clubs, right? And you know these like football leagues that people are in the pub and stuff like that. We're not talking about that. Right? They're fine. I'm talking about when people get to be professional footballers. That I think they take acting lessons, because you know you see it all the time oh, my leg, my leg, my leg. You know what I mean? And when you watch the replay, the guy never touched him. I'm thinking, what the hell? You say, I just can't be doing with that. I can't be doing with that. That's why I like rugby. Plus, I mean, I've never been into football. Maybe when I was a kid, I don't remember, but I just don't get it. Anyhow, we're just going to walk around the side and I'll bring you back on a little bit further around. Okay then, you see these steps in front of us that lead up to that gate? Well, it's a bridge. Alright, this is the crazy thing I was telling you about. That's like a shortcut, cuts the main road off completely, drops you down the other side, and you come out closer to the hospital, shall we say. Alright, now there's a big metal gate across there locking it off at the moment. When football matches or rugby matches are on, them gates are actually open so that people who's living on that side can literally just cut all the way across the bridge, right, and get here a lot easier. That makes perfect sense, doesn't it? But why not leave them open, right, all the time? Why is there a gate? Now at the other side you come out and there's no gate, so you can walk a mile all the way across the, well, not a mile, right, but you can walk from the main road, sort of like near the hospital, let's say, walk all the way across this way, get to where and the gate's locked, because nothing actually tells you the gate's going to be locked. So why is the gate shut now? And why is it only open when there's a match on? Why not just leave it open? What's the big deal? Well, I've been told this by somebody who goes to football a lot and who's been a big follower of this KC stadium, and apparently he's read reports and everything to do with the owners and stuff like that. Right? So just cover that bit just in case I'm wrong. This is not me, this is what I've been told. And to be quite honest, I've been told this by two people who don't know each other, separate people. But yeah, them gates are left locked so that if there's a terrorist with a bomb, he can't come over the gates and get to the stadium. But if they're only locked when there's not going on here, let's just get by here, it's noisy. Yeah, if the gates are only locked when there's naught going on, right, but they open them when it's packed full of thousands of people, that's when a terrorist would come, when there's thousands of people here, not when there's nobody here. So to me it makes no sense, right? In theory, yeah, you get me, keep the gate shut so nobody comes in and causes problems. But we'll open them when there's thousands of people here. Makes no sense to me. And there's your stadium. I don't think you actually get in that way, that's more business end. You get in round the back where them gates are to get in. I'm sure that's what my brother used to tell us for queuing up and stuff. Because he's a big football fan. He's a big football fan, my brother. So was my father. In fact, my brother used to bring my father to loads of football matches. Even when my father had dementia, and Alzheimer's. But even when he was, not when he was really, really bad, but when he wasn't too bad, my brother used to bring him here, and our kid used to tell us he really seemed to enjoy it, George, you know. So that's good. Yeah, I bet this was covered in snow about 2 hours ago. Hello, Mr. Pigeon. Hello. Hello. You're not scared, are you? But he sees loads of people that pigeon, so not scared at all. But yeah, when I was actually getting my leg better, or just starting to, I used to come for a walk. Well, actually I used to bring the car, park it up there, I used to walk down here and walk back again, and that was it. That was the most walking I could do for a few weeks. But no, I used to come here and use one or two of the little bits to try and get my legs going again. Things like this. Just to try and get my legs going again. Didn't use that, the step and the walker, and there's something else over there I think. But yeah, like I said, you used to park at the bottom, walk up here, do a few little exercises and walk back again. Might as well show you around here. Oh look, there you go. What are you? Please do not feed the animals, dream of it. Hello, you keep him warm, don't want to scare you. I'll let you rest. Oh, some more here. Hello. Hello. You want to be on YouTube? Eh? Do you want to be on YouTube? No. Clear off, George. I'm waiting for Patrick. Right, a buddy of mine who does kayaking. Got a kayak channel called Air on the Water, right? He's a good friend of mine, and I'm waiting for him to leave a comment saying, "You call that snow? That's not snow," because he gets snow. Right, he gets some snow. Right, we're talking 18 foot of this stuff, right? Major snow he gets, but it's very rare when we get heavy snow, but when we do, we do. Many years ago, I spent the night in my truck on the M62, gridlocked. Everything came to a stop in the snow. Absolutely everything stopped. Nobody went anywhere, and I had to sleep in my truck. And there was a husband and wife in a car parked next to me, and you could see them shivering, and they had a kid. So I pulled them into my truck because I had a diesel heater in my truck, so it was nice and warm. And the mother and the kid had my bed, and me and the bloke, we just sat on the well, he sat in the passenger seat, I sat in the driver, and we chatted most of the night. And we was actually stuck there 2 nights before we could actually get the roads open again and get traffic going again. I mean, that was a long time ago. That must be at least, I'll have to see if I can find information about it, or you could find it yourself. M62, near Manchester-ish. Right. Oh, snow causes traffic to stop. Try looking that up, that should do it. But it's at least, I'd say, this is at least 20 years ago. Maybe, actually it'll be longer, it'll be about 30 years ago. Yeah, it will, it'll be about 30 years ago, that. Yeah. Snow it was piled up high, right? And there was another time, I'll tell you one more about the snow, right? There was another time I was in my truck, and I was at a place, not Telford, Derby, was it Derby? It should have been, anyhow, it should have been about a 3.5 hour drive back, right? There was a little bit of snow like this, but by the time I left the place, the snow was so bad, there was stuff getting stuck everywhere. And then a few hours later, it was like 6-foot drifts. There was trucks in the ditches that had skidded off the motorways and stuff. Well, I managed to get all the way back to Hull, I did, right? It took me 22 hours. And before anyone says you're not allowed to drive that far, right? I actually, I was stopped by a police officer. Well, we was all stopped. Police officer came up and I said, look, I'm going to be right over my hours. And he signed a thing called a tachograph. You don't use them anymore now. It's like digicards or something. But he signed me tachograph and gave me permission. He gave me his name and everything. He gave me permission to keep going if I thought I could, which I did think I could, so I kept going. And I actually got back to Kingston upon Hull, but it took me about 23 hours to get back here. Absolutely crazy, but I managed it because I was only doing about 5 miles an hour, and there was 1 or 2 vehicles that was actually passing me quite fast, right? But I mean, they were being stupid. We were just down there. Looks a lot nicer now, doesn't it? Should we go back round again? No. I'm getting a bit hungry actually. Plus I don't know how well this camera will hold up in... Wait, waterproof. You can put it in bloody water, George. Well, it's underwater I should say, so I don't think a bit of snow's going to hurt it. Right, anyway, we're just going to walk back up there, then I'm going to do some zigzagging and stuff around some houses and stuff like that and work my way back home. So basically you've seen it all. My little walk. So I'll end this one here and yeah, I'll get it posted if I can. Just made a change, didn't it? We've got some snow, so I will you can hardly see the bloody car park over there now. I told you I used to run round, practically vanished. Yeah, so I'll catch you all later again and I'll simply say cheers. There it comes.